Hello, church family. I'm so excited to share an encouragement with you today. I was reading to my son a book, Noah's Ark, and while I was reading, God just dropped an encouragement in my heart for you. So I'm going to make 4 very quick points about the story. So firstly, the ark was a protection for Noah and his family and not a punishment. And I believe similarly to where we find ourselves today, we need to see it as a protection. We need to see it that this is for our good, even though it's so difficult. Secondly, God had clear instructions with how Noah should build the ark. If we read in Genesis 6, God lays it out point for point in what Noah should do. And I believe that God has clear instructions for each one of us in how we should use this time and what we need to be doing. So just to encourage us to seek his face and hear his voice. Thirdly, Noah had God's wisdom and he waited on God's instruction. Even though Noah sent a dove out and found out that the land was dry beyond the ark, he still waited for God to tell him that he could leave the ark. And in the same way, we need to pray for our leaders, especially that they would have God's wisdom in their decision making and that they would know the right thing to do in this time and that we could trust them in that. And then my last and final point is that this will come to an end. And we need to have faith in our hearts that there is something greater beyond this time, that there is a blessing that God has. In the story, when Noah and his family left the ark, there was a blessing waiting for them. God told them to multiply, and it says that he brought a blessing. And we need to just trust that God has something greater beyond this difficult time for us, that we will see each other again, we will hug each other again, and we will be together as a family. I just hope this brings some encouragement to your hearts today. And I just want to end with a scripture from 2 Chronicles 7 verse 14. And it says, "If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and forgive their sin and I will heal their land."